They're going to try to do a semi-pincer attack. One of them actually going to get picked off as they do so. Medic Marines actually forcing. I think the Natural Expo has gone down at this point. Mulesk and Wraiths fighting out. The Science Vessel is still doing critical factor. And Arnc doing a beautiful job blocking the ramp with his Lurker X, putting on delay as long as he possibly can. Still has a sizable force of Mutas, unfortunately, have been dwindled down significantly from earlier on. Those are Radiates coming in from HiyA. Beautiful time, significantly weakening these Mutas. Sunken Colonies not quite up. Lurkers coming in, irradiated. The second that happens, whoa, he has enough radiate. Throwing constant radiates from one single science vessel. He was basically waiting there. Meanwhile, as it did so, just gotten all of its energy going. Mule's going to again try to micro against these Medic Marines. This is the last thing that HiyA has. If he gets this done with this attack, that'd be good. I don't think he has any Wraiths left, but if he gets it done with this attack, he's even more reinforcements ready to go, but there are some Lurkers blocking his way. But if he gets it done with this attack, he's in a good position. Finally has his own actual Expo up and takes down Arnc's Natural Expo. So Arnc's actually being a little bit sloppy there, loses all of his tech alongside. Hydrogen on the way and Spire on the way, but the only thing he can produce right now is put it down Sunken Colonies and produce Zerglings at this point, so he's in a pretty bad position there. Actually, some Scourge out there near the north side, waiting for the for that Science Vessel, I think, and maybe even might get that dropship. Dropship's going to be forced back. Actually, not going to get taken out at all. Wow, 6 Scourges flying right on top of Medic Marines and just getting taken out instantly. It's kind of sloppy there. Two creep colonies, a bunch of creep colonies on top of that ramp with some Zerglings. Now going to get turned into Sunken, so they're going to force HiyA back, but HiyA has already done a significant amount of damage, really weakened the Mutalist grouping, took down the Natural Expos, so Arnc mining off 2 bases right now, should be mining off the 3 o'clock as well, so probably mining off 3 while HiyA's mining off 1 because his main's definitely depleted at this point, but at the very least, he's managed to get another working base up. He's now going to focus on defending that, and might eventually try to transition to another base. I'm not quite sure if he's going to try to transition towards that upper left hand yet again, because it's a little bit more out in the open, so instead to make it easier for himself to defend, kind of bulk up and reinforce, he might instead try to go bypass those eggs and try to go for the 2 o'clock expansion. Also going to open himself up to dropping the 3 o'clock position, but HiyA definitely got himself back into this game. Really surprised me. Going to go for a double dropship. One of those actually taken down before he can do too much, but dropping right on top of that 3 o'clock position. Going to do a lot of damage there. Nothing whatsoever to defend. No Sunken Colonies. This is going to get taken out. Arnc now has nothing but his main at 6 o'clock, and I don't think his main really doesn't have that many resources yet. Only mining off 2 bases at this point. He's in a pretty bad position. HiyA only mining off 1, but still, he's been on in mad saturation this entire time. So Hydra's going to go out there to engage these Medic Marines. They're going to get ripped to pieces. These Science Vessels not going to come in too close to that sport colony at the front. Lurker's going to be on the ramp, and now still Yellow's just going to be forced to play a game of delays. Double irradiated on top of all those Lurkers. Oh, man. Beautiful game from HiyA. Nice comeback here. I definitely think he has advantage at this point. Just managing to fight back. Still feel Arnc should have accomplished something with those Mutalisks earlier on. But, 3 Irradiates, absolutely critical Irradiates, with Wraith support, sacrificed all his Wraiths, and beautiful Medic Marine usage as well. Really whittled down those Mutalisks. Still has some of those in the air, but took out the Natural Expo. And was, in general situation, I feel taking out the Natural Expo wouldn't have been as huge. But Arnc has all of his tech there, and now he's going to go drop at this 6 o'clock position. Science Vessel's at the front as well. Mutalis's going to come in. Does he have another Radiate for those Mutalis's? Mutalis's actually going to black off now. Did I say black off? That's interesting. You raise his bastard wrench, and you are despicable. Dropship actually going to move back. There's 1 Scourge that's going to catch it. That's not going to do quite enough. Dropship barely going to live past if those Mutalis's spot it. They're going to be able to finish it off in no time. But yeah, definitely feel that taking out that Natural Expo pretty much a huge move by HiyA, because all of the tech was there, everything was there, all the important parts were there. HiyA is meanwhile going to take that upper left hand past the eggs Expo. Radiate going to come out those Mutalisks yet again to get a pretty nice split this time around though. But still, you see the 4 Science is just going to start irradiating the Overlords at this point, hoping that the Mutalisks might stay around them. Yeah, and some of them actually do. Lurker is going to try to burrow at this very edge here, but Medic Marines just going in very close, forcing him down, irradiating Overlords. So now he can even afford to do that, trying to irradiate so that, they're going to be forced to drop these Lurkers earlier than they want to. At this point, they're going to wait here. Thanks to the Overlord, might actually take down those eggs. But still, HiyA in a very strong position now. Going to be mining off a 2nd base. Arnc going to try to go for a drop at the 12 o'clock. We're going to see whether HiyA decides to go for a full frontal attack. He's actually been splitting his forces enforces quite a bit. Lurker is going to prevent that command center from coming up, but I think HiyA is going to have enough to take care of that. Double Carapace, 2 Carapace upgraded Zerglings running down to die to weapons 2 upgraded Medic Marines, and still don't know why HiyA really hasn't pushed it. For now, actually, he's been playing smart, though. He's been playing very smart in that deciding not to push is not deciding he's done the damage he needs to do. So right now what he needs to do, just prevent Arnc from doing what he wants, get his own bases up. He hasn't, as I thought, that upper left hand was a little bit more vulnerable than he might have wanted. I still think that 2 o'clock would have been less vulnerable. Maybe even that the inside 12 o'clock would have been less vulnerable, more vulnerable to a ground attack, but because HiyA has this contain going, there's no real way, except for drops, for Arnc to go for a full-on ground attack, and that place has such a short resupply route that I honestly feel she would have been able to do a lot of damage. A couple lurkers here at the front not really doing much of anything, right across the eggs, waiting for any forces that foolishly try to run across, and also waiting on top of those ruined exploded bits of a command center at that upper left-hand base. Whew, okay, a little bit of a stoppage in gaming here, but HiyA is still pumping out a lot of troops and putting down another command center, thinking of floating towards the upper left hand. Lurkers actually, okay, bypass thanks to the overlord, bypass those. They're going to try to go for something here. Going to try to go for those supply depots, take down an academy as well, just to try to do as much damage as he can supply-wise, try to do some supply damage. There are some Medic Marines in position here. I'm not quite sure if they're quite a large enough number of command center, meanwhile getting floated off. HiyA spotting the base that Arnc was putting down the lower left hand. He's going to pick that off very easily, and I don't think Arnc has any economy at this point. His main's definitely out by this point. 6 o'clock might be mining a tiny little bit, but not really much else. HiyA at this point feeling safe enough to push out. He's going to pick up that Spore Colony, continue attacking sunken colonies. He's still going to go down 1 lurker, and a few Zerg is going to try to come in, but they're just going to get ripped to pieces. 2 more lurkers additionally. Science is going to be able to move into this position to help support. And Arnc has been doing, at the very least, trying his best to focus HiyA's attention off his own main, but he's done a pretty bad job. He's done a decent job of it, but just hasn't been as successful as he would have wanted. Going to try to go for another drop with 2 more overlords. Not that many forces here for HiyA. He's actually sacrificed quite a few supply depots, still floating that off that command center, but not going to be able to land on top of lurkers. But HiyA, I don't really know why he doesn't move at least a small troop down here to resupport. He did have those dropship at a lower left hand, but even though he's just going to move up this ramp, and GG finally coming in from Arnc. HiyA, surprisingly, beating Arnc here after I feel Arnc kind of blew his lead a little bit. He had the maneuverability advantage and had HiyA on 1 base to his 3, but HiyA, absolutely beautiful comeback here, getting back into this. So Arnc going to be forced to go into the losers match while HiyA moves on to the winners. So looks like a pretty interesting group. We're going to see what happens. So GG guys, wrenching out, thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you when I see you in the winners match. Later.